Today, instead of coloring hair or drawing, I have some bees. I found these bees when I went on a walk, and I noticed the day before I went on my walk, they did come and spray the lawns and stuff. So I'm assuming these poor guys died due to the pesticides and whatnot. But I found 6 on my walk. They were just laying on the sidewalk dead. So I grabbed them, and what I've done is put them in rubbing alcohol mixed with a little bit of water, and I kept them in the fridge for a week to keep them in a cool place, not in the sun. And that will allow them, that will take care of any mold or anything like that, and allow them to be preserved for a long time. But now they will have to dry out for 1 week. So that one's at the bottom. So you're gonna need some needles. We'll get him last, I guess. And you're gonna stick it through them and set them up to dry for a week. You can use styrofoam or cardboard, anything that you can poke through with the needle to set the bee up to dry. And there's other ways you can preserve insects. You don't have to use the rubbing alcohol. You could simply just put them in resin, or there's some other methods, but I didn't have resin, and I still don't have resin. I ordered some online because I'm probably going to end up putting these guys in jars, in cute jars, and make some kind of little cute thing to display with them. So I went ahead and did this. So even when I get the resin, I can still put them in the resin, they'll be fine. I just went ahead and did this so that way they didn't go bad or anything, or start decaying more. So I saw that it's recommended to pierce them through what is called the thorax. It's about the middle of the body. And then you want to set them up to dry. So let me make sure you can see me do this. Okay, so I've never done this before, so I may be doing things wrong. I just did some research and want to share my experience and record this process. Oh, maybe I should hold him with tweezers. So like I said, it's recommended to pierce the thorax, I believe it was called. So there we go. So I'm probably going to just push him down and stick it in the cardboard. And then they can dry like that. I feel like I should do him, or have the bee upright instead of upside down. So maybe I'll try and pierce this next one with him being upright instead of upside down. That was my plan originally, but I just kind of went for it and didn't do that. So let's try this guy. And these were fully dead when I found them. I already said that, but you know, I don't recommend killing something just to preserve it. I don't think that's right. I only preserve things that I've found dead already. This one's kind of, there we go. Let me see, I think I should do right there. go. So that worked pretty well. And we'll just slide this guy up and stick him in. Yeah. Now this one, I'm probably gonna have to pour the liquid out because he's sunk down there. So we'll get him last. I still have 3 more in this jar. Okay. You know, it's really weird when touching the bees with these tools. You kind of expect them to be somewhat soft, but it's so weird. They're just, I don't know why. I was at least expecting them to not be so like hard and crunchy, but that's how bugs are. So it makes sense. It's just kind of weird. Oop. Okay, got all 3 of those. I still have to get that guy, but we'll get him later. Okay. Don't want to damage them. I just want to... Oop. Okay, I don't think I pierced him enough. There we go. Perfect. So I've ordered, like I said, I ordered a little resin kit. It was only $13 on Amazon. Came with resin, some molds, and all kinds of little jewelry accessories to make, you know, resin jewelry. But so I saw it came with glitter. I'm thinking I'll probably put these guys in like a jar and... Oh, this guy's holding something. That's strange. I don't know what that is. But I'll probably put these guys in. I'm going to try and do different things with all of them. I want to keep one for myself, obviously. And I have 1 or 2, actually probably 3 friends I'd like to give some to, just as a gift. And the rest, I don't know. I might keep them. Maybe, I don't know if anyone would be interested in buying them. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. Since I did this method, I could leave them out, like they don't have to be in resin or something like that, but I'm not sure. I think the best way to put them in a jar and keep them from getting damaged and moved around in the jar is to put them in resin in the jar so that they're still and they're not moving around in that jar. You know, this is easier than I thought it would be. I was really scared that they were going to be, like, super fragile and, like, just by touching one with tweezers, they'd fall apart or something, but they're actually pretty firm. Okay, so we have 1 more to get. So I'm going to dump out the water and do that last one. Okay, so I got this guy out of the rubbing alcohol and water solution. I think I'm going to flip that one around so he's drying upright like these guys. So I'll do that too. So let's go ahead and get this guy. Oh gosh, this guy seems kind of fragile. him. He's a little crooked, but yeah, this guy looks a little messed up, but that's okay. Okay, so let's fix this one. Just want to turn him around. Okay. Let me see. I think I can't really tell where I'd pierced him before. So let's just... Oh god. It's getting a little shaky. There we go. Okay. We got him. Okay. So they're all set up to dry. So I'll repeat it just in case, you know. So what I had done is, and I'm not professional, this is the first time I've ever done this. So what I have done is, based off some research, I saw it was best to put the insect in a jar in a cool place out of the sun and put them in a mixture of rubbing alcohol. Any generic rubbing alcohol seemed to be fine. I was reading different things that, you know, the lower or higher percentages. It seems like any kind is kind of fine. I'm sure there's one that's best, but I was having a hard time finding that online, which one was best. So I just went with what I had at home, which was, I believe, a 91% alcohol, rubbing alcohol. And I just mixed in a splash or two of water and kept them in the fridge for a week. And then now we're going to keep them like this, set up drying for another week. And then I'll get to the part of making them into cute little jars and whatever I decide to do. So that will be fun. Okay. Okay, so it's been 1 week since I set the bees to dry, and they are all dry now. And they came out nice. I only have 3 here now because I already experimented once with one here. I put gold glitter to make it look like honey or something, and I put the bee in the jar, and I used resin, epoxy resin, and it came out pretty cool looking, I think. So there's one here, and then I did this with my friend, so I gave her 1 bee, so that's where the other ones went. But I have 3 left here. And I have these molds for making resin, and what I want to do is have a Ouija board with dried flowers in it, and then I want the little pendant, I forget exactly what that part's called, but I want it to have a bee in it. So it'd be flowers with a bee, and I think that'd be really cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't know, now I'm having different thoughts. Like, I've seen people, once they have the mold made, they hang it up on the wall and they have a chain coming down holding some of the little pendants. And I have 3 bees left, so I was kind of thinking it would be cool if I have my board and then I have 3 bees hanging. I think I'm gonna do that. I wanted to gift more of these bees, but I think I want to do that. So this is the epoxy resin I got. I got it from Michael's, the art store. And it comes with these 2 bottles. And you have to put them in warm water for 10 minutes before you mix them and use them. So I've already done that. It's been sitting for 10 minutes in the warm water. So we're gonna fill up our cup. And what I think I'm gonna do is have 2 small pendants and then do 1 big one is what I'm thinking. So then I'll have a big one hanging from the middle and 2 small ones hanging down on the sides. I think that will be cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna take this bottle, wipe it dry so we don't get any water mixed into the mixture. So, and you want to make sure you do equal parts with this. I'm just going to pour it right here. We'll just dunk that in the water. Okay. Let's see. I'm probably going to need quite a bit because we're doing pendants and a whole board. I'll start with that for now. Was that opened? Oh. That's strange. Well, it's not food, so I don't know, that kind of worries me. Oh. Well, let's fingers crossed. Okay, so to make sure I pour the same amount, what I'm gonna do is have them level next to each other, kind of eyeball it. So it should be like to right here. Let's look at that. A little more. Let me see where we're at. Okay, tiny bit more of this. You could measure this out. I probably recommend doing that instead of what I'm doing, but I pretty much always wing things, so it usually turns out okay. Yeah, I'll leave those there. Okay, so I want to make it clear so you can see the bee and the flowers really well, but what I also got from the art store is some glow-in-the-dark glitter. I do want to put some of that in there because I think that'd be really cool. So, I got resin on my fingers. Oh yeah, you should probably also wear gloves. I'm just not. Again, not a professional. Okay, so just gonna do a few good sprinkles of that. And see how that looks. Now it's recommended that you stir in an 8, the shape of an 8, and you do it slow so that you don't cause any air bubbles in your mixture. I feel like I could put more glitter. Okay, so I've got it all nice and mixed up. Still nice and clear looking, and I've got enough glitter in there. So now basically you're just gonna pour it in your molds, and I wonder if I get rid of the box, if I can do both at the same time. I'm gonna try that real quick. Okay, so this looks much better, and this way we can do both at the same time. So I'm gonna do these two and one big one. Let's make sure they're just nothing in them. Okay, I'm gonna start with the big one. Okay, that looks perfect. Let's do the little one. Okay, and then we've got our board. Wait, actually, I want to make those a specific color. Ooh. Okay, I kind of totally forgot that I wanted to fill in the indents of the sun and the moon. I'm going to make the sun a nice gold yellow and the moon, I'm hoping it'll turn out right, like trying to make it look white, but I don't know, so we're gonna try that. I'm going to fill in the rest of this until it's just about to go over that indent, and then fill in these, let it harden a little bit, and then I can polish it off. Okay, let's do that. Nice and slow. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Just making sure that it's not overflowing. It looks good to me. Okay. So I've got 2 cups, one for the white, one for the gold. Oh crap. Nope, it's gonna overflow. Just prop it up with something until I'm ready to pour. Okay, there. That should do good enough. Okay, so we're gonna pour just a little bit into each cup for that. Just a very tiny bit. Okay, then we're gonna take the yellow or gold, whatever you want to call it, and I'll just scoop a little bit. take the white and grab a pinch. Probably going to want a lot of that actually, because if it's going to be clear, trying to make that show may be a little difficult. Okay, and then we will just take, ooh, you know what? I don't want to touch these with the same stick. Grab a match. Yeah. Welcome to Winging It 101 art. I feel like that white's not going to show really well. I think I'm going to grab a silver instead. Okay, so we got a silver. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So let's pour this into the moon. This bowl is in my way. Okay. Okay, there. Oops. Now mix up our yellow. I wouldn't mind putting the rest of this silver with that. I think that would look good. Add a little extra glitter to it. Okay. Okay, that seems to be just enough. So now we can pretty much just, I'll let that, no, I'll go ahead and top it off. All right. So I've got a little left. I could probably do a few more of these. I think I'll do that. Because why not? Question is, which ones should I do? If I do these, they're kind of like the sun and moon. You have to fill in the indents first, let it harden, and then pour. Although I didn't really let those harden, I just kind of poured. But I'm not sure. Maybe I could just make extra blank ones. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, got that one, and let's do this one. Ooh. I have enough for like a few more. I guess what I could do is grab maybe some black to fill in the letters, and we'll do that. Okay, I've got my black glitter. Pour a little bit in there. Okay. Mix it up. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. I think it says witch bitch. I like that. I just dripped some in there. Fuck. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna get a spoon. Okay. I'm just gonna... That sucks. I didn't want that in there. Guess if I just kind of smear it around the top, just kind of space out the black dots, and it shouldn't look bad. Okay. Let's just leave that be, I guess. Okay. Back to this. Okay. And then what I think I'm gonna do is wipe off the top layer of the black so that the letters hold the indents of the letters will hold in the rest of the resin. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now I think I'll add some pink maybe and fill in over that, so it'll be pink and black. So I have this pink here, also got from the art store. Alright, so I've got my pink all mixed up. And we'll just pour right in there. Okay, I still have some left, so I think that'd be enough to do that, perhaps. We'll just do that. And make sure that's topped off. Okay. So now I'm going to take my bees and place them in. So here's one. I've got some tweezers here. I think I'm gonna do this one and this one along with this one, perhaps. So I'll start with here, maybe. So one bee. Two. And three. Okay. So we'll put whoops. Put him right in there. Ooh, actually, maybe I should go with the less full one because this bee is going to add to the overall volume. Okay. And I guess we can take this guy. take him and put him right over in here. So they're probably going to keep floating to the top, and I want them to be pressed against the front. When you pull this out, the front is underneath here. So probably once this hardens a little bit more, I'll come back in and just push them down in there. Yeah. And these guys aren't fully submerged. They could be a little more full. So I'm going to take a spoon and spoon some out of this one because this one's really full, as well as this one is too. So I'm going to get my spoon and do that. So I'll just scrape a little out of here, kind of cover him up more. Okay. Now that's all good. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then we're gonna pull out the flowers and place some flowers in there. Alright, so I've washed my hands. So I have these little flowers. They're really nice looking. And I also have some of these dried real flowers. So these are kind of my favorite. So I'm probably gonna do some of these. I'm not sure. I'm gonna open them up and see what I want to use, and we're gonna place them in there. Okay, so these are what I picked out. I may grab more. I just grabbed a few that I really liked, and we're gonna start with that. 2. Ooh. Mm. Oh, jeez. I don't know if that looks good. Okay. Wait, actually. Okay, I've got my next bit set out for the pendants. So we're gonna do that. Let's start with this one. Is that gonna fit? Okay. I was gonna also put that in there, but I feel like that might be a bit overwhelming. So I think I'm gonna skip out on that. Okay. Okay. I think I'll put this in here. I think that would be pretty. was gonna put this one in here too, but I think that's a bit much, so we will skip that. Okay, so I'm all done with these. Resin has to sit for about 24 hours until it's dry enough to pop out. So I guess I'll probably keep trying to push the bee back down in because I want him as close to the top as possible. So I guess that's it until I show once it's all dry and pop them out and finish them. So I'm just going to do a quick update. For some reason this resin isn't hardening. I don't understand why. Some of the pieces did, like this one, it's hard. It's still a little tacky, so I'm leaving it in there. But these ones with the bees, they're full on still, like, they're not hardened at all. Same over here. This one, it's not good. This one is hard. This one is like kind of hard, but kind of still really tacky. And all that's like glitter. I spilled some glitter on top. This one, it's like hard on the edges, but then in the center, it's still tacky. And that's really upsetting because I used all these really pretty flowers and my bees, and they're gonna be ruined if this doesn't harden. And it's been 3 days, so it should definitely have hardened by now, and it's not. So I'm pretty upset about that, but it's okay. I'm gonna return that resin to Michael's and order some more on Amazon again, because the resin I had ordered on Amazon that I tested out before all this, it did work and it did harden, and it was actually cheaper. So I'm gonna return this resin that I used to make these to Michael's and probably never buy resin from Michael's again. So yeah, that's a shame. I'm just kind of leaving them and hoping that they eventually harden, but it's been 3 to 4 days and they're not hardened. And it's really weird. I kind of thought maybe, because this one has pink glitter in it. These, I only put the glow in the dark glitter. And I'm wondering if putting glitter in it made it harden, but that doesn't make sense because the resin should harden whether I add glitter or not. I'm pretty positive. I shouldn't have to put glitter for it to harden. And then maybe I was thinking that the bees caused it to not harden, but that's not possible because this one only has flowers and it didn't harden. This one has a flower and it's hardened. So that doesn't make sense. And same with the board. The board is partially hardened on the edges and still tacky in the middle, and it only has flowers. There's no bees in there. So that just doesn't make sense, and I'm kind of upset, but it's okay. It's a shame this didn't turn out right. It's just a shame because I used my bees in this, trusting that it was going to work, and it didn't, and I'm pretty sad because it would have looked really cool too. I mean, look how pretty that is. I'm just so upset that it didn't work, but I have more dried flowers, and maybe I'll find more bees when I go on walks, and I can try again. So thanks for watching. Now maybe you know not to try that one kit from Michael's that I got, or you could test your luck. Maybe it works for you. I just don't understand why it didn't work. It doesn't make any sense. And all of this was mixed up and done at the same time. I mean, you watched me pour it all at the same time and just add glitter to some and not add glitter to the other portions of it. So that just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.